Well, hello there, Chicago Bears fans and other people who's ever watching this video. I'm not going to discuss about the Bears and Minnesota Vikings. It did not happen until tonight. So, in the meantime, I'm going to discuss around the NFL from yesterday, the best that I can. So, sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab some eat, grab some drink. Now, if you don't like that, maybe you want to like a villain and hear my thoughts, my opinions around the NFL league from yesterday. Let's begin here. Now, the best game, in my opinion, was the Arizona and I think the Buffalo game. Yeah, it was. That game was awesome. I picked Buffalo. I never knew it was going to come down to crunch time. It feel like I was playing Madden. That was epic. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Do you guys like that game? What was the best game of Sunday's games? Now, Buffalo is 7-3. Miami is 6-3. Patriots are 4-5. And the Jets, the worst team in the division, 0-9. Awful. Okay, Steelers are still undefeated. They might go undefeated the whole entire way. And then all that good stuff. Now, if I were the Steelers, they should just, no offense, lose a few games in the regular season, then they'd be fine in the playoffs. If they win the rest of the games, then they got a very good chance they might lose in the playoffs. Because if you're in the playoffs, it's one and done. In the regular season, there's always a next week, You always bounce back, you know what I'm saying? So, Steelers are 9-0. You got the Ravens 6-3. You got Cleveland 6-3. And you got the Bengals 2-6-1. I hate that freaking tie. They need to get rid of that tie. They need to change the rule. You agree? Disagree, NFL fans? Let me know down below. Okay. Now for the AFC South, you got 6-3 Colts, 6-3 Tennessee, Houston 2-7, and you got Jacksonville 1-8. Two garbage teams. I don't know who's gonna win the division, Colts or Tennessee. It might come down to the last game of the season. Now you got the Kansas City 8-1, Raiders 6-3, Denver 3-6, and you got the Chargers 2-7. What happened to the Chargers? Very disappointing team again. Okay. Okay, now the NFC East. This might be the worst division in the NFL this year. Very sad. You got Philly 3-5-1, awful. Okay, and they lost yesterday, and they're still in first place. Pathetic. Giants 3-7. They might make the playoffs. Who knows? Washington 2-7. Dallas 2-7. Horrible division. But don't give up on your team. Who's ever your team in the division. Okay. Let's see. NFC North 2-7. Packers, Bears 5-4. Detroit 4-5. Minnesota 3-5. That division is pretty decent. NFC South, you got the Saints 7-2, Buccaneers 7-3, Atlanta 3-7, and you got Carolina 3-7. In the NFC West, they say this is the best division, I guess. 3-6, Arizona, Rams 3-6, Seattle 3-6, and you got the Niners 4-6. That might be the best division. Who knows? What happened to the Niners? You're wondering. Injuries. They have the injury bug from early this season. Okay, it happens in football. Okay. Let's see here. I hopefully Bears win tonight. I doubt it. I'm glad that Nagy finally give up the playing calling and give it to his the guy who was supposed to do the play calling. Finally, if this doesn't work out, Nagy will get fired and Ryan Pace will get fired end of the year. They need to win some games, okay? Especially division games. Division games are very, very important, okay? Overall, okay? Now, the best quarterback we had in a while was Jay Cutler. We did not win nothing with him. We won a lot of games. He could throw the deep ball, but if it's triple coverage, he's trying to squeeze it in, and guess what happened? An interception or a pick six. It happens. And we had a great coach. I think we had Lovie Smith. We should never fire Lovie Smith a few years ago. But we were, 10-6 a year, and they still fired him. How stupid. The Bears management are idiots. I'm sorry to say this. I don't think we're going to win the division. Probably going to hopefully get the wild card. I think there's about 3 wild cards this year. They expanded because what's going on around the world. So hopefully they can finish the NFL season and all that good stuff. They announced who's going to do the halftime show for the Super Bowl. So I guess they're going to have some fans. Hopefully. I don't want another shutdown. That'd be very depressing. I love sports. Now, I remember a couple years ago, Seattle won the division below 500. So I think anything could happen. They won a division and they host a playoff game. People complaining because they're not above 500 and they still got enough flipping playoff and they won the division. And I think that's the time that Seattle had beast mode. I forget what's his name, and they tore up the Saints. That was a very good game. I was rooting for the Saints because I cannot stand Seattle that year. The quarterback for Seattle, he's very good, but the defense is very iffy. That's why they got their butt kicked. Was it yesterday or was it a week before? I forgot when they. I think they played Buffalo. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was last week. They got their butt against Buffalo. So I don't know who's going to win the division. Is it Buffalo, Miami? I don't think Patriots are going to win. There's no one in hell. If I was the Patriots, lose the rest of the games, and they could get a good pick in the NFL draft, I think they want that Trevor's guy from Clemson. He's not going to go beat the Jets. No player wants to play for the Jets right now. They're an awful franchise. You know? And no offense for you, Giants fans. I don't think Jones is your franchise quarterback. I could be right. I could be wrong. But probably I'm totally wrong. They just need to fix their stuff. I know they have injuries. But, he fumbles too much. That's not a good thing. That's a horrible thing. And you guys will rely on the running game. Your best weapon is out for the year. I know it happened against the Bears. But it happened in football. Don't ever give up on your team, people. I can't believe the Giants are second place. That'll be funny if they keep on rolling and they win the division. That'd be so funny. Without their starting running back. I cannot stand Eli. I'm glad he retired. He should have retired a long time ago. I don't know if he ever will come out of retirement to play a game. I flipping doubt it. In my Mana game, I traded for Eli. And he's not very mobile. He got sacked 34 times. That's insane. And the Bears don't have a great offense line like they do now. Bears, if they want to get to the next level, I know it will never happen, they need to fix the line before they get a quarterback in the draft or a receiver. That's the problem. They need to fix the line. The line is getting old, in my opinion, and they're not very fast. They don't want to spend the money. For some reason, they don't want to spend the money. I don't understand that. The 85 season was a very successful season. I was so flipping young, okay? Very young. They still won more championships, but the owners broke them up. Very stupid. I know we didn't have the best quarterback, but if you had a great defense, it didn't matter. Look what happened to the 2000 Ravens. They didn't have the best quarterback. They won it. The Buccaneers, when they won in 2002, they didn't have the best quarterback. They had a great defense. So you don't need a best quarterback to win a flipping Super Bowl. I know Tom Brady has so many weapons, but that doesn't mean nothing. Once the playoff happens, NFL fans, anything can happen. Even a wild card will win a Super Bowl. The Pittsburgh Steelers won it back in the day. The Denver Broncos won it as a wild card. I prefer get home field advantage, So that'd be funny if the Buccaneers don't win the whole thing, or the Ravens, or the Steelers. I want to see an underdog win the whole thing, or the Packers. I cannot stand the Packers. Like you Giants fans, you cannot stand the Dallas Cowboys or Philadelphia Eagles or Washington. Washington's not really a big threat to you guys, not just yet. but probably. And then with Alex Smith, that's his first start since his injury. He did pretty well, but I don't think he's gonna stay with the team in the near future. He should just leave. I don't know who the Bears. I like to get Prescott for the Bears. He'd be a great quarterback. He could sling it, but probably Bears will never get him because he had a major injury this year. They don't want to take a chance. I wish Bears never passed up on Randy Moss back in the day. A lot of NFL teams pass up on Randy Moss, and he torched the NFL that year. You know, he'd be great for Dallas. He'd be great for the Bears. He'd be great for the Giants. He'd be great for any franchise. Too bad he never won a Super Bowl back in the day. So, same thing for Adrian Peterson. Why is he still playing? Is it about the money, or is it just about the passion? Probably the passion. He should never left the Vikings. Never. Like, he torched the Bears. You know? I think he's with Detroit right now. I don't know. He should retire. He's getting up there in age. So, that's just my opinion. Maybe Detroit might make the playoffs this year. Who knows? So, that wraps it up. I'll give you my recap for tonight's game, Bears and the Vikings, sometime tomorrow. If it's a good win, or a sloppy win, or a crappy loss, I'm still giving you my thoughts on the game. I don't give a crap. I just want to give my thoughts on the matter. If anyone wants to hear my opinion for tonight's game, but you have to wait until tomorrow sometime. So I'm not really a big fan of Monday Night Football. I like Sunday's games and Sunday night games. I love that because it's awesome. And Bears, over the years, they have bad luck on Monday Night Football. They broke the curse. I forget when they broke it. Everyone out there, have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Bears. Woo!